please welcome to the stage Henry Lam.
Have you ever felt that you have this message to deliver to anyone, listeners, audience? You are so passionate about it. You believe it's so important. Yet, when it comes to delivering, you get that impression that it's just not landing. I have been passionate about human nature and human communications for a very long time. And I have found that the attention of people is the most important thing. Not just attention. The worst thing you can possibly do when you have the honour of having someone's attention is boredom. And thirdly, what I've also found out is that what we may believe is important, they don't think is that important. I want to tell you this one time of how I experienced this. I was 8 years old in Bunbury with my mum at home. I had a school assignment, and just for a little bit of context, anyone familiar with the book, The 5 Love Languages from Gary Chapman? Yeah. In short, I'm quality time. And what that means is attention's very important to me. There's that word again. Yet, my mother, beautiful mother, I love my mother, best mother in the world. She's different, and this frequently is the case. She's acts of service. She does her part, super mum, I call her. So, back in the situation, there was a school assignment. I had to read to her, and she was busy over there, making dinner for all 6 of us, busy mum. And I thought, okay, I have to do this assignment. And part of my assignment was that I had to read to her. Now, I wasn't very good at English. Much better than my mother, because my mother doesn't know any English at all at this stage. And she didn't really understand what I was doing. So I just thought, okay, I'll get this over and done with. I'll read to her. And I love having my mother around, that attention and everything. She's listening to me. I read to her. Yet, as I was going, the corner of my eye, I can see her kind of drift away, doing her thing, making dinner for everyone. But to me, I thought this was my most important moment. And then I got to the point where I thought, is she there? What would happen if I just stopped? She just kept on carrying on doing something else. I lost her attention. And going through that carried on to school and stuff. But however, I got the revelation that the attention, whoever, if someone is going to give you their time, you need to honour that. Don't bore them out. And I might have thought that was the most important thing, but it wasn't for her. So today I'm going to teach you. I'm going to give you something from what I've learned. And my intention is that I'm going to make a course to teach everybody. You may have heard someone, very inspirational person by the name of Simon Sinek. He's written, Start with Why. Now I like Simon, and if Simon was there, I'd like to have a chat with him. And it would look something like this. Simon, oh geez, you look a lot bigger than you do on camera. Start with why. And being the devil's advocate as I am, why start with why? I get it. I totally get it. Start with inspiring your audience. I love it. Totally advocate for that. But then I'll kind of go, why not start with what? Or how? Or what now? So I'm going to introduce something that I like to bring out one day called communication hooks. And I think, can we start with what, how? Why is great. Why is, if for those people who are not familiar, just in the very short context, that's about inspiring your audience, which is very powerful. Give them a reason why you are there. Why you are there, that's very important. However, I like to believe not everyone needs to know the why at the very beginning. For example, if someone wants to know something, like if my mother, how to cook or how to do something, there's a different way of starting. The how. How is a step-by-step process, and get this in the very beginning because you don't want to get them bored. My other one was what. What talks about the theory, and we dig down. I love human nature, and I can talk a lot about it, but that person who wants to know the how may not necessarily want that. And why? As Simon says, some people may need the inspiration before they get started, so start with the why. The last one I have is the what now. So you may have inspired them with the why, fantastic. You may have told them the what, the theory. People like myself who loves the theory. They might have known the instructions. The last one's the what now. What do I do with the information I have? And the key is to weave it all in. Communication hooks. What I want you to do with the information I give you is just to consider.
You know, you come here to improve your confidence in speaking and be able to really, really grow that. You know, I can see you actually on a stage, and each year there's a really, really big stage. You know, most peak bodies have a annual conference every year in the industry. But there's one called the Association of Heads of Independent Schools in Australia, and they have a huge conference every year. This year is in April. I think they're talking about volatility and the human side of volatility as one of their themes this year. But I can see you speaking at that conference in the next 24 months. You know, you have this unique perspective to look at things different and not just to take it as this is the knowledge that we need to share. It's like, well, let's look at it differently, and I love the way that you do that.
Thank you.
Let's
so
give me
much.
a round of applause. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.